It's Austin and Victoria Proa here with Southern Homes Real Estate. We know the raise in interest rates has got everyone worried right now, and buyers and sellers are hesitant with what the market might do. So we called in a favor to the NAR's chief economist, whom we personally met a few years ago in Washington, D.C. at the National Realtors Conference, and he graciously sent us a video recorded specifically for our agents and clients.
So let's hear what Dr. Lawrence Young, the National Association of Realtors chief economist, has to predict about the interest rates, about the real estate market in our area specifically, and we hope that our agents and clients can benefit from what he has to say.
Hello, everyone. I am Lawrence Yoon, Chief Economist with National Association of Realtors. I am here in the DC office building. We are just a couple of blocks from the US Capitol, and the reasoning for that is to assure that the members of Congress, our representatives, that show interest and defend the property rights for real estate. So I met Austin back in, I'm not sure, is it 2020? Well, that was COVID, maybe it was in 2019 at one of the Realtors conference. And it was great to meet him. And he said in the central Mississippi, things are doing great. Well, certainly the real estate market was a surprise. In 2020, 2021, in the years of COVID, because of the record low mortgage rates and the trend of people who wanted to just say, I need a more elbow space. A larger space houses, a 2-bedroom apartment is insufficient, or even prior to COVID, say 3-bedroom would have been sufficient, but now people are looking for that 4th bedroom because now they are able to work from home to some degree of hybrid model. Consequently, I think all of you have enjoyed, whether in Jackson, Hattiesburg, or other parts of central Mississippi, quite a surge in housing demand over the past 2 years. Also, along with it was home price increase. One of the things that Austin and other realtors constantly tell me is lack of inventory. So if we had more inventory, certainly we would have conducted more business. But since we were limited on inventory, prices shot up, double-digit rate of appreciation. So quite a good year. But we are now in the middle of 2022. Things have changed, or the factors underlying housing demand has changed. There is a greater discussion about economic recession, more discussion of that. I would have said that 1-2 years ago, 10% chance. But now, probably around 40% chance of an economic recession, where it would imply some degree of job losses. Right now, the mortgage brokers, because of the refinance business dying away, they are cutting staff. But the other segment of the economy is still expanding. So overall, it's a job creating conditions. So what can you anticipate this year, knowing that the mortgage rates have really shot up? Mortgage rates, 3% of the past 2 years. First, recontact your past clients, shake their hands and say, congratulations, you purchased at the right time, you locked in those low monthly mortgage payments, and they get a price appreciation. So all that you help with your past client, they would be very pleased, because your past client will be your future clients through either trading up, trading down, or even from just a recommendation to their friends and colleagues. But for the new set of buyers, they're facing tremendous challenge. 6% mortgage rate compared to 3%, that is boosting monthly housing payment by 50%. These are substantial. I know that ordinary consumers think, well, mortgage rates are rising, maybe I need to pay a little more. But once they go through the mortgage calculator, they are quite shocked at the degree of increase in monthly payment. So first, educate your consumers, or at least inform them of the size, the degree of change that's occurring in the monthly payment that is out in the marketplace. If there is something beneficial about central Mississippi or generally the southern states, whether it is Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, it is still affordable. Tennessee, because of Nashville, things have gone gangbuster. In Florida, many New York residents are moving there, bidding up the prices. But the Mississippi homes are still affordable, which means that for people who have that flexibility to work from home, someone working in San Francisco before, or someone who was working in Chicago, or maybe in Washington or New York, now they say, well, I grew up in Mississippi, and now that I have the flexibility to work from home, I want to return to my home state and I can buy a mansion because it's so affordable. Or because of the company expansion or say business expansion in Mississippi, you have many new residents coming just for job reasons, and they quickly find that with a decent middle-class income, it is still possible to buy a home in Mississippi. Not the case in Washington. One can be in middle-income family, but if you don't have the ownership of housing, first-time buyer, it is very, very difficult to buy because of such an expensive home prices in places like Washington, where I am. So the trend will be towards more affordability, and Mississippi will benefit some of the migration trend that will be occurring. And home prices, people ask, are we in a housing market bubble? And should we be ready for potential foreclosure crisis? And I say, absolutely not. It is possible always for prices to decline, but if it was to decline, it will be very minimal. If anything, I would say prices will continue to increase. Therefore, it means that people who are buying today, they can still accumulate housing wealth. The reason why, sorry for that little computer noise, the reason why we don't have a housing market bubble for two big reasons. First is we don't have those risky, funny subprime lending with no income verification loans and things like that. It was a total mess back then. Today, as you know, people who are getting a mortgage, they have to meet the ability to repay standards. So it is of high credit quality. The second reason why we don't have a housing market bubble is because of the housing shortage. Back in 2005, builders overproduce, and hence we were lingering with oversupply. Today, undersupply. We need more inventory. So in this environment, prices are unlikely to decline. So you are in a fine shape. It's just a matter of hopefully the mortgage rate will stabilize, because only when mortgage rates stabilize will home sales begin to also stabilize. And with the job growth, hopefully that continues. Southern states have faster job growth compared to the rest of the country. And affordability, again, it is, I know that for longtime residents in say Jackson or Hattiesburg may say, well, homes are expensive, but it is still very affordable by comparison to many other states in the country. So you are in a more better situation. So I wish you all the best business opportunity this year in the upcoming years. And certainly, Austin and his wife has been very helpful in participating at NAR events. So thank you very much for allowing me some time to share some my thoughts with you all. So thank you and have a wonderful day.